Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Lex, your human guide to building digital confidence through tech tools and web design.
When you open Microsoft Word, it brings you to, this is called the backstage view. Yeah? The backstage view. In the backstage view, you've got the options to either open a blank document, a new document, or you can browse through the many different templates that you may have. So let's say, for example, you want a template on, let's say, teaching. I type in teaching. We'll bring up templates related to teaching. So you see here I've got stylist teaching resume, stylist teaching cover letter, and so on and so forth. If I go back, you also have some suggestions at the top that you could just click on. Yeah. So let's click on one. Let me click on the education one. Right. And I'm going to select just any one. Right. So let's say you select it and it's not quite what you're looking for. Yeah. You can just click on next to browse through what's available. Yeah. So use the arrows to browse through what's available. Yeah. Let's say eventually you find one, right? Any template. I'm going to click on any template. When I click on, you have to click on create. And what it does there, it downloads the template for you. Yeah? Once it's downloaded the template for you, sorry, it's going to open. Once it's downloaded the template for you, right, that template now becomes a personal template for you. So if you go back to file, right, where the template section is, and if you click on more templates, there should be your templates that you created is here. Normally there's an option that says personal, so that might have changed. Like I said, Word changes on a regular basis. Before there used to be an option that will say personal templates, which usually means the templates that you've created.
I think
your personal templates.
Hence the pin, so the pin you can pin it.
So you can pin it. So for example, if you hover over, you've got to use my mouse. So if you hover over a template, any template, yeah, you see at the bottom there's a pin that comes up.
Yeah.
If you pin it, it goes to the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then you can also unpin it. Yeah, so that's how you get your templates that you've used regularly. Yeah, so let's go back to the interface. So I've got my template. And just to edit the template, all you have to do is select inside the template. For example, change the setting. Once you click on change the setting, you can just simply edit the template. See? Oh, sorry, having some typo errors. Yeah? Again, just select where you want to edit. 5 PM. It's that simple. Just select and it'll replace it for you. Yeah? So that's from a template view. This will be your first assignment. I think your first assignment is to create a CV using a template. Yeah? And this is basic. The very, very first assignment. Create a CV using a template and edit the information. So that bit will be covered. That's very, very, very basic, simple stuff. Now, I'm going to close this really quickly because I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to open up a new blank document so I can focus on the actual interface. Now, do you know what? I need to pause this a sec. So, guys, back to the interface. So, this is known as the Microsoft Word interface, right? Okay, so I've got to use my mouse. At the top here, right? These are known as groups or tabs. So this whole section here, right? I can't really mark it out because of the mouse, but the section I'm going around with my mouse is known as a ribbon. Yeah. So you will have this ribbon in all Microsoft programs. So your PowerPoint, your Excel, yeah, even your Outlook, you may not have noticed it before, but if you go on Outlook and you go to write an email, yeah, you have these exact same features. Yeah? So you can bold the text, give it italic, you can change the font, edit the colors. Yeah? Now that you know it, well, now that I'm telling you, you're gonna start to notice it. Yeah? Especially so the Outlook emails. Like, remember, Outlook is part of Microsoft. So all Microsoft programs, they all have majority of the time the same features, which is this ribbon here. Yeah? To be able to edit. Yeah? To be able to edit text. Remember, that's what it's there for. Yeah? Editing. Yeah? So the ribbon has different groups. You've got the clipboard group, which we'll cover. You've got the font group, yeah, which we'll cover as well. This is for, what do we use fonts for? Changing the style of the writing, the color of the text, yeah. You have the paragraph group, yeah, if you want to center text, add bullet points. You have the styles group. So you use the styles group when you want to keep a document efficient. So for example, if it's a newspaper and there's 5 headings or 5 subheadings, you'd want them 5 subheadings to have the same style of writing, to be the exact same font size, yeah, to be the exact same color. That's where we use styles for. So we're going to learn how to use all these things, because you have to use these things to meet a certain assessment criteria. So for example, one of the assignments is to create a professional formatted document, which is a report. You know, so you're going to be given a raw report, and you have to turn that report into a professional document. Yeah, so you have to have columns in the page. You have to make sure all the headings and the styles are exactly the same. You have to be very, very efficient. Yeah, we'll cover that. You have the editing group, where you can help you with editing text in a document. Yeah, you have the add-ons group, you have the voice group, and you have the editor group. The editor group is to help you edit the file. If there's any inconsistencies in the file, it might be a text error, it might be a spelling error, a grammar error. So you know, if you make a spelling mistake, what happens to the piece of text?
It goes right underneath.
Red underneath, right? If you make a grammar mistake, what happens to the text?
You get blue.
Blue underneath. So then we use the editor tool to help us fix that. So normally, for someone that doesn't know the features, you probably go through the document one by one and edit all the bits that say red. To save you time, yeah? We use the editor tool, because once you click on the editor tool, what it tends to do, it shows you all the inconsistencies in the file. So for example, let's say, hello, my name is Steven and I went to a park. So I've purposely done that, yeah? So instead of, normally you click on it and it'll do it for you. Instead of doing that, you click on the editor tool, because then it shows you all the errors in the whole document, right? And then you can fix it all in one go. So it will tell you how many spelling errors you got. I know there's not much, but it's just an example. We've got 1 spelling error, as you can see. You've got 1 grammar error, as you can see, right? So you could just click on it. You could just say, add to dictionary, if you want to add the actual name to the dictionary, or you can fix the error, or what is it? Spell check is complete, and it will tell you.
Why is
Yeah?
it not picked up mine?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. It could be the language. So, for example, we'll go into that. We'll go into that. So, Word itself can pick up on different languages. Yeah. So I need to check the settings. The settings might be, the language might be Spanish and English. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So in settings, which we're going to cover also, right? You can edit. And I remember the last cohort I showed you a trick about translating text. Yeah? Okay, cool. So that's the editor tool. Let me just show you really quickly also. Okay, so we know what a scroll bar is. Down the side you've got the scroll bar. You can scroll down or up. You can also scroll left and right. Normally there's a scroll bar at the bottom, depending on the size of your page or pages. So let me just erase that for a sec. Okay, there's a few important things I need to show you here. So this at the bottom here on the right hand side is known as the view tabs. Yeah, so you can change the view, right? So this here, change to read mode. So let's say, do you know what it is? It's hard. Let me get an actual document, and it'll be easier that way. File, open. Data breaching big time. Okay, let's use one of your assignments. So this is what one of your assignments looks like. Alright. So the view, if you click on read mode view, you can see what it does. Yeah? So print layout, so that again, and then web layout. So if you, what it would look like if it was on a website on the internet, this is what it would look like, yeah? So you can change the views. Then you can also zoom in, as you know, zoom in and zoom out to of the page. Yeah? So that's what this is for at the bottom.
So sorry, what's read mode?
Read mode, so you've got 3 different rows at the bottom.
Yeah, but what is it? What does read mode mean?
It just means if you're going to read, like read it better.
Okay.
So if
Just
you're
layout.
maybe reading a book, yes,
Yeah.
the layout.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I need to get this back to normal size. Okay, what haven't I covered? Okay. So let's go through the ribbon. So you know the ribbon where we were. So you've got the home tab. Just gonna go through the ribbons really quickly. You use copy and paste tab. So let's say I select a piece of text, right? I click on copy, yeah. Select where I want to paste it and select paste. We all know how to use it. Copy and paste. Yep, perfect. Okay. What about if I want to undo the copy and paste? How would I go about it?
You can use that tick thing at the side, I think.
Come and show me, Sonia.
The thing that I used to tick. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Come back, the undo button.
This thing here.
This,
Yeah.
the undo button.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you something. It will work. It will work. Let me show you something though. Let's say I wanted to undo all of these steps. Would I just press undo?
Yeah, that's what I normally do.
Yeah? Okay, let me show you a better way. Instead of undoing by pressing
Can I say what it is?
what?
How to do it?
How?
You press Control and Z.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's a shortcut. I'm not referring to that. So anyway, guys, listen. Instead of doing that, right? Instead of pressing this button here, undo. If you look beside that button, so look at the button. There's a drop-down arrow. Yeah, and what it does is it lists all the steps you've taken. So instead of doing it one by one, you can just click on maybe one of the steps. So for example, right? Let's try it. Look, if I want to erase all of this, can you see how it highlights? Can you see? It's just done. So instead of pressing undo, you can actually physically go and see. So let's say they were actual real sentences. Yeah, so you'd be able to physically see by pressing the drop down arrow what bit you want to erase up to. Yeah, so instead of pressing arrow, yeah, use the drop down. So let's say, okay, my name is Sonia. I am 35. I want to work in admin, right? So normally you guys will just press the arrow, right? That's long-winded, yeah? So use the drop down, and as you can see, look, type in, want to work in admin, autocorrect, type in, you know? So it shows you all the steps you've taken to get to the stage you're at now, and you can just reverse all those steps if you really wanted to, in one go.
So could I just ask something? The way I have this up now, that's faded out.
It's faded out because you have nothing there. There's no document to erase.
As soon as you write something, I will.
There's nothing to erase.
Right.
Yeah? So it will be, the feature is grayed out if there's nothing available. Yeah? Go for it.
So when you highlight it, after that what you did it?
I didn't highlight it. I just went to the undo button. I don't need to highlight it because remember the program knows exactly what I've done. So all it's going to do is take me back the steps. So for example, you just go to the undo like you normally would and click on the drop down arrow and just select all the locations you would like to undo. Yeah. And it even tells you the number underneath. You want to undo 5 actions. I know you can't see it that much, but I can't zoom in on the screen. But you know, if you want to have a play around with it on your Word as well, you're welcome to go for it. Open a document, type in some words, do the undo. Yeah, undo 5 actions. Yeah? Okay. Does anybody know? So for example, look, I want to copy this, right? I'm going to right click it. I'm going to click on copy, yeah, that way. Or we can do the route I've shown you, which is copy, yeah? But when you copy a piece of information or a piece of data, where does it go? Don't know. It goes to your clipboard, imaginary clipboard. So if you look here, in this ribbon here, underneath Format Painter, it says clipboard and there's an arrow. If you click the drop down toggle, the arrow, it would open up a dialog box, which is your clipboard. Yeah? So when anything you've copied, so let's say I want to paste that here, paste that there, I'm copy my name. Alright, copy. Can you see anything I copy, it automatically appears in my clipboard. Watch this, watch this. So pay attention to my clipboard. Pay attention to my clipboard, yeah? Copy. See what happens. Anything I copy, it goes to my clipboard. So this is where anything you copy goes to. Yeah, it don't just go anywhere.
Can I ask one thing?
Go for it.
So like this one, like the clipboard, we can see everything.
You can see everything you've copied. Only everything you've copied.
It would be always there, although it's delete automatically. And what's happened to the clipboard? It would be like it is always there.
It's always there, but you have to click it to open. So like I said, there's an arrow there. Beside the term clipboard, there's an arrow, drop down arrow. You click it, yeah? And you can move it. If you don't like it being there, you can select it and move it to the other side if you want, yeah? So all these things that you've copied, look, you can click on paste and it'll paste it for you. Select the one, yeah, or just select it, any one you want.
Oh, okay. So we can do like this.
Yeah? Now, that's one way. Now, if let's say for example, if before, as someone who didn't really know how to use Word properly, right? If I wanted to copy a style, before what I used to do was, if I wanted to know what this was, right, so I can use it further on down there, I would highlight it and see that, look, it tells me it's Arial font and it's 12 font size. So then I'll just go here and then you change it to Arial font and then change the font size, right? Yeah. That's the easy way, right? Yeah. That we all know. Yeah. But let me tell you an even easier way. Let's say I want to copy this. I want this to look like this, right? So what I'll do first is I'll select this style, yeah? Once I select that style, I click on Format Painter, yeah? Keep watching before you try. Once I click on Format Painter, my mouse immediately, the cursor turns into a paintbrush, yeah? And then I just hover over the text I want to change, and can you see it changes it to the same style? Yeah? So it saves you having to go and search for the name. That's all, it's long. Yeah. It takes time. So just copy it, click on Format Painter, and then copy another text. Give that a go for me, please. Let me give you a document, or do you just want to keep on practicing with your own? Is that fine? Or yeah, just practice with your own. So what you're doing is, look, change, give this a font, any font you want. Right? Any font you want. Make it bold. Yeah? Then write something, but unbold it. And change the font. Yeah. So they're different fonts. Don't use the online version. If you don't know how to navigate around, you're not going to know where is where. Only use the desktop version. It works. Easy. Yes. Open. Now go to file. You can even practice with that. Go to that. Go back to the document. So go back. Yeah? That's exactly that. Okay. You know, go yourself. Then we'll move on. Pause video.